A chord progression that I typically had some struggles with when I was a little bit younger was the minor 2-5-1 progression. I'll play it in the key of G minor. So that would be an A half diminished chord to D7. It would be, or some sort of D altered chord going to G minor or G minor 7. So A half diminished or A minor 7 flat 5, D altered to G minor 7. Oftentimes I would run into a lot of problems on the A half diminished chord. Often I wouldn't know what to do with it. The only scale choice that I knew at the time would have been Locrian, which doesn't really sound great on this chord in this context. Oftentimes I would want to just arpeggiate the chord, and I find it quite limiting when you're improvising. So an easy way to think about this chord instead of a A half diminished chord is actually as a C minor 6 chord. You actually have the same notes, they're just rearranged differently. An A half diminished chord is a C minor 6 chord with an A in the bass. So if you know your triads, we know this is a C minor triad up top, and we just put an A in the bass. So if you think of this chord progression instead of a minor 2-5-1 as actually a minor 4 chord to the 5 chord to 1, we're in much more familiar territory for most guitar players and musicians out there. You can do the same subs you would on a C minor chord to fit over this A half diminished chord. So one I really love to do is doing an E flat major arpeggio or E flat major 7 arpeggio over a C minor chord. In this case, it'll work really great over this A half diminished chord. Over the 5 chord, the D7, a common sub is to play an E flat minor arpeggio. You definitely don't want the minor 7th in there because it doesn't fit over this chord, so just the triad to get that kind of altered sound. And then over G minor, you can play a D minor 7 arpeggio or a D minor arpeggio over G minor. So together, for this new approach to a minor 2-5-1 for A half diminished to D7 to G minor, we're going to play E flat major 7 to an E flat minor triad to a D minor 7. If you're feeling more advanced or wanting to push yourself, you can change that E flat minor 7 chord over the D7 to a minor major 7 arpeggio if you're familiar with that, and it'll fit a lot better.